So this trip was on June 29th, Sunday. It was a pretty good trip. The captain on Morningstar took us out about like really far, 3 hours. My guess is that there's just not any fish around or just inactive. So he took us out where we had the best chance. That's just my assumption. So if you know otherwise, please leave a comment. But he did take us, he tried his best, took us deep. And to be honest, I should have caught more. I think I brought home five keeper and I had two jumbos. But I should have had, I lost like, I mean, if the captain put you on the fish and he was calling it, he said there's thick and there's big fish. And every time he said big fish, I caught a fish and it was a big one. It was pulling drags. I missed like three of them. And in addition to that, I also was trying out my GoTour. You guys know for their jigs. It's a Chinese company. They had a jigging rod, so I bought it. It's called Pollux. I think I made a video about it, and it's a terrible rod. Do not buy that jigging rod because the first trip I took it, it broke, so I fixed it. You'll see the rod. And then on this trip, especially when things were getting hot, the my line braid like snapped, and initially I was like, it can't be. Maybe it just frayed, and um, I didn't really think through this, and like I rejigged and then threw it back, and when I caught a really nice one, it snapped again. I realized one of the guide had a crack, and then it was cutting through my braid. So yeah, I would not recommend that jigging rod to anybody. Just don't buy it shipped directly. Don't buy the Goture, Goture. They're known for jigs. Do not buy their rod. It was terrible. Their customer service is not that responsive, and then right now they're not shipping anything. So if you buy it, you're not gonna get any replacement. So I would just stay away from it. Otherwise, the rod I'm using right now is a Daiwa, and here's a big jumbo one. I should have caught like three more of those, at least three or four more of those this size, cause I had quite a bit. It's my fault. It's like Captain did his job. But overall, like I've noticed that a lot of people were struggling. I think a lot of people are struggling, the ones that weren't using a metal jig. So if you are fishing out, going out on Morningstar or any fishing in summer, make sure you have a 80 gram, 120 gram, and 200 gram jig. But it was a pretty good trip. I mean, I can't say much for other people, but at least it's been active for me. Caught a lot. I should have took home at least um, like eight with maybe three or four big jumbos, like the captain says. You'll hear him say it. And here's a nice little view of the dolphins. So if you're like into dolphin sighting, every time I get on Morningstar, I we see dolphins. So if you kids like dolphins, get on it. Like 3 out of 4 times I've been on this boat, I saw like that. I've seen the dolphins swim uh, beside us when we were going out or when we were moving. So it was a good trip for a summer trip, which a lot of people struggle and I struggle. You know, I caught one fish on my last trip, and another trip I skunked for the first time, but that's because I didn't get a keeper. I've caught a lot of small ones, but yeah, it's a tough summer, and make sure you pack your jigs because that's what worked. I've also had a drop shot on there. I was catching and it's been good, but I kept getting the small ones. I wasn't getting a big one, so I stuck to the 200 jigs and 80 gram jigs. Those two were the key because there are some areas where it was too deep or there was strong water current, so 80 wasn't doing so well, so 200 gram worked really well. In some areas, it wasn't too deep and there wasn't much water current, so
I have a
80
small
gram
one here.
really, it was really effective. So if it
I know.
holds bottom, try to go light as possible. I think 80 grams every time I dropped it, I got it. 200 grams, I did weed out the smaller ones. So with the 80 grams, I was catching a lot. Like every 3 or 4 small ones, I would catch one keeper size. The bigger one, I didn't catch as much, but when I did catch, I got the keeper. So yeah, that's. I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos. It was a good trip, and go check out Morningstar. The captain is very attentive, and he'll tell you when there's a thick um, school of fish around. If there are big fish, it's there. And trust me, when he says big fish, you better be ready and don't waste your time because you're gonna get on big fish. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the video.
stomach, so you don't want to pierce the stomach. But piercing the swim bladder is fine.
This could be another. Oh.
Stop letting line out, please. Full fish cap. Couple keepers, bunch of shorts. to overtime.
There's one. Sweet rig.
Stand by with a harpoon port corner. Well, maybe a net anyway. Alright, next time we're off the coral now. Let's take what we have got and head up to the barn here. If you play the fish pool, the fish pool. As soon as we get underway, we'll be doing the fish pool in the back of the boat. We'll do the fish pool, we'll do the reef raffle. Do all that business. If you want to get your fish cut on the way in, the boys been cutting fish. Make sure you wash your fish off before you put them in the refrigerator in hot oil. Wash them off in fresh water before you put them up. Let's have them up and in. Here they come. Where we go. Alright, bring me up any more pictures you got. If y'all want to get a group picture, the boys